Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my lovely students. We meet again on the pembelajaran dalam jaringan. The program that show you many interesting lessons contents from elementary and secondary level. Kita bertemu lagi dalam program pembelajaran dalam jaringan. Program yang menayangkan konten-konten pembelajaran yang menarik dan lengkap untuk semua tingkatan kelas SD dan SMP. This time, we will learn English with me, Miss Pili Parlia. Kali ini, kita akan belajar bahasa Inggris kelas 7 dengan saya, Pili Parlia. The topic that we will learn is the topic on chapter 6. We love what we do. Materi yang akan kita pelajari sekarang adalah materi unit 6. Kita mencintai apa yang kita kerjakan. In this chapter, we will learn to explore and give information related to actions or function of people, animals, and things in order to identify, to criticize, and praise them. Dalam bab ini, kita akan mempelajari bagaimana bertanya dan memberikan informasi terkait orang, hewan, dan benda untuk mengidentifikasi, mengkritik, atau menghargai mereka. This time, we will learn the name of things and what to use them for. You can find this topic on the book When English Rings a Bell, 2017 edition, page 143 until 148. Pada kesempatan kali ini, kita akan mempelajari nama-nama benda dan kegunaannya. Materi ini ada di buku bahasa Inggris When English Rings a Bell edisi revisi 2017, halaman 143 sampai 148. Now, let's start the lesson. On page 143, there are 3 pictures and sentences related to the function of things. We will say each sentence clearly and correctly. Pada halaman 143, terdapat 3 gambar terkait benda dan fungsinya. Mari kita baca tiap kalimat dengan benar dan jelas. It's very comfortable. I sit on it. Ini sangat nyaman. Dan saya duduk di atasnya. It's di sini mengacu pada kata kursi. Dan adjektif atau kata sifat yang ada dalam kalimat ini adalah comfortable, yang berarti nyaman. Next to the second picture. It's an interesting book. I read it every day. Ini buku yang menarik. Saya membacanya setiap hari. Kalimat ini memberikan informasi tentang buku, di mana dijelaskan bahwa buku ini interesting atau menarik. Lalu, di gambar berikutnya dijelaskan tentang mangkok dan fungsinya. This is a bowl. It's round. We put soup into it. Ini adalah mangkok. Bentuknya bulat. Kita menyimpan sup di dalamnya. On page 144, there are pictures of things in the classroom. Can you mention its names? I'm sure that you can mention it in English. Pada halaman 144, terdapat gambar benda-benda yang ada di kelas. Bisakah kalian menyebutkannya? Miss yakin kalian bisa menyebutkan nama-nama benda itu dalam bahasa Inggris. Now, let's spell the words together clearly and correctly. Sekarang, mari kita sebutkan nama-nama benda tersebut dengan jelas dan benar. Cupboard, chair, table, window, air conditioner, clock, pictures, door, and globe. On page 144, write down the names of those things on the left column and the function on the right column. Pada halaman 145, silakan tulis nama-nama benda tadi di kolom sebelah kiri dan fungsinya di kolom sebelah kanan. For example, number 1, you write chairs, and you can write on the function column, we sit on it. I will give you another example. Number 2, you can write clock, and you can write the function to show the time. Now, please do the rest on your own. Ya, silakan kalian sisa isinya oleh kalian sendiri. We move to page 146. There is a conversation between Miss Mutia and her students. I will read it for you. Please listen carefully and repeat after me. Di halaman 146, terdapat percakapan antara Miss Mutia dan murid-muridnya. Miss akan membacakan percakapannya. Silakan kalian dengarkan baik-baik dan ulang setelah Miss. Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Mutia.
Today, we are going to go out and see the things, plants, and animals around us.
Yay!
Let's go out now. Look at the flowers in the schoolyard. Do you think they are beautiful?
Yes, they are. They are colorful and beautiful.
They beautify our school. How about the sun? What do you know about the sun?
It rises in the east and sets in the west.
Very good. How about the big trees? What are they for?
They provide shade and oxygen.
That's right. Anything else?
They give fruit too.
Yes, some trees do. Look, there's a cat.
I like the cat. She's very cute. I usually feed her. She eats a lot of fish, but she doesn't like rice.
I play with her during break time. She's very playful.
She makes you happy, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
In the conversation, we can find the sentences that give information related to people, things, plants, and animal. Can you find it? Dalam percakapan tadi, terdapat beberapa kalimat yang memberikan informasi terkait orang, benda, tumbuhan, dan hewan beserta fungsinya. Nah, bisakah kalian menemukannya? Now, we will try. On page 147, there is a table with 2 columns. Now, you fill those columns with the name of things and information related to it. Pada halaman 147, ada tabel dengan 2 kolom. Sekarang, kalian isi kedua kolom itu dengan nama benda dan informasi yang terkait dengan benda-benda itu. In the book, you can find the example. The flowers in the schoolyard, and the statement related to it is, they beautify our school. Now, you do the rest on your own. Silahkan kalian kerjakan sisanya sendiri ya di rumah. If necessary, you can use the dictionary to help you find the information. Kalian boleh menggunakan kamus jika diperlukan untuk mempermudah kalian mengerjakannya. Okay, my lovely students, that's all the lesson for today. Don't forget to review the material that I gave you on your own and do the exercise to sharpen your understanding about the lesson today. Thank you for your attention. See you on another topic. Stay tuned on channel Bandung 132 to get many videos on various lessons and topics. Finally, don't forget to use your mask, wash your hand as much as you can, and do social distancing. Stay happy and stay healthy. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sampurasun. Hello everyone. I'm Miss Hamilton.
I'm Miss Kim.
And I'm from England.
I'm from South Korea.
And we'd like to share about degrees of comparison and introduce you to some of our friends here at Bandung Independent School.
Hi, I'm Xian from South Korea.
Hi, I'm Junia from the United States of America.
Hi, I'm Joshua. I'm from the United Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Stella. I'm from Mexico in the United States.
Hi, I'm Rakaya, and I'm from Indonesia and the United States of America.
Do you all know what comparative adjectives are? What about adjectives? Can you write down an adjective?
So adjectives are words that describe a noun.
Nouns are words for person, place, or thing.
So we would like to share about our countries. The names of our countries are all nouns.
Oh, nouns.
The United States is big.
South Korea is small.
The UK is small.
I think South Korea is smaller.
Really? Let's check. Oh, you're right.
South Korea is the smallest of all of the countries we're from.
Comparative adjectives like smaller compare two things. Superlatives like smallest show the highest degree or level.
So we're going to show you a video of some of our students comparing their countries using comparatives and superlatives. See if you can listen for comparative and superlative adjectives.
So Stella, you only arrived here in Indonesia about 3 months ago. How do you like it here in Bandung?
Yeah, I like it here. The people are friendly and the food is great.
Is the food spicier than it is in Mexico?
Mexican food is pretty spicy, but we arrived here in the rainy season, so it's a lot rainier and wetter.
I love the weather here. It's much better than in England. England is much colder.
I like the weather here too. Some places in the US get much colder than in Indonesia. Sometimes the snow gets so deep you have to dig yourself out of your own house. Oh wow, that's very cold. I think the US must be the coldest of our countries. I love playing in the snow. It can get very cold in South Korea too. But I haven't played in the snow for a long time. I don't go back to South Korea very often because it takes 8 hours to fly.
I've only seen snow once. We don't go back to England very often. The flight is longer than the flight to South Korea. It takes about 15 hours to fly to London from Indonesia.
The flight to the US is the longest. You can't even take a direct flight. The flight from America to Indonesia is about 2 days, including transit.
Did you notice the comparative and superlative adjectives? Can you see what the kids did to the adjectives to make them comparatives?
So let's look at some of these words. Rainier than,
Season. So it's a lot rainier and wetter.
spicier than,
Spicier than it is in Mexico.
wetter than,
It's a lot rainier and wetter.
better than,
It's much better than in England.
colder than,
Yet much colder than in Indonesia.
longer than.
The flight is longer than the flight to South Korea.
They added ER to the words. Rainy, rainier. Wet, wetter. Cold, colder. Long, longer.
So what's the rule here? Well, we use than for a comparison.
What about smallest and longest? Coolest?
These are superlatives.
Ooh.
So we can see that for adjectives with one syllable, we just add ER for a comparative or EST for a superlative. But when the adjective ends in Y, we add IER for comparatives or IEST for the superlatives. And when the adjective ends in a vowel and then a consonant, we double the consonant.
What about better?
Well, better is a regular adjective. Which word do you think it comes from?
I love the weather here. It's much better than in England.
That's right, it comes from good. So better is the comparative adjective from good. We don't say gooder, we say better, and the superlative is best.
You are the best.
Oh, thank you, really.
But there are some more adjectives that are irregular or that use the word more for comparatives and most for superlatives.
So listen to this conversation.
So Stella, where have you visited in Bandung so far? Have you been to Tangguhan Parahu?
I don't think so.
Yes, you know the volcano? We went there a few weeks ago, remember?
Oh yeah, when we walked through the tea plantations too. Wow, that was a long walk.
Tangguhan Parahu is one of the most famous places in Bandung.
I think Kawah Putih is more beautiful than Tangkuban Perahu though.
But I think Bali is more famous than Bandung, right? I think it's more popular than Tangkuban Perahu.
You're right. I think Bali is the most famous place in Indonesia. A lot of people in England know Bali, but not Indonesia, even though Indonesia is so big. There are more people in Indonesia than England.
Yes, there are so many people here, but it's not as busy as Jakarta when I landed there. True, but the traffic has gone much better in Jakarta. It was worse before the subway was built.
There's so many great things about all our countries. We have to remember that every country has wonderful things about it, and we have to respect everyone's culture.
Well, when an adjective is more than one syllable and doesn't end in Y, we use more for a comparative and most for a superlative. So we say more famous, not famouser.
But I think Bali is more famous than Bandung, right?
What about good and bad?
Well, we say better for a comparative for good, and worse is a comparative for bad. And best and worst are the superlatives. There's another example of an irregular comparative adjective. Less and least are superlatives for the adjective little.
So let's play a game to see what you have learned.
Choose a category and create as many sentences with comparative adjectives as you can. Are you ready?
Ready?
Son is faster than Harry Kane. Harry Kane is cooler than Pulisic. Messi is better than Ronaldo. Messi is shorter than Pulisic.
Every country has their own national food. For example, Indonesia's national food is nasi goreng. And nasi goreng is spicier than American food, like burgers, because it has chili in it, and burgers are not spicy at all. Mole is from Mexico, also has chili in it, and it is spicier than fish and chips from United Kingdom. Fish and chips is greasier than Japanese food like sushi, and sushi is healthier than nasi goreng.
Hi, my topic is going to be about dances from around the world. So Bollywood is faster than square dancing. Tango has more arm movements than Irish dancing. Ballet is often slower than hip-hop.
Hi, I'm Junia, and these are my comparative sentences. My topic is songs. Dangdut is louder than K-pop. K-pop is faster than country. Country is more subtle than rock. Pop is catchier than country. Rock is louder than dangdut.
These are my sentences. Harry Potter has more books in the series than The Maze Runner. Wonder has shorter chapters than The Lost Hero. The Land of Stories is newer than A Wrinkle in Time.
Okay, did you hear? How many did you get? Did you get more? So, let's review.
What do we do when a word just has one syllable?
What about when it's one syllable ending in a vowel and then a consonant?
A word has more than one syllable ending in Y.
And what about these words? Many, good, bad, little.
We want you to be happier speaking English.
Keep studying.
We're watching you. 하트누호.
Thank you. Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, good morning, my lovely students. How are you, students? I hope you are well and healthy. Okay, students, before learning the new material, let's see the pictures. Do you know this picture? I'm sure you know it. Yes, it's a rabbit. And what about this? It's a cute cat. It's your favorite animal at home, right? Okay, let's read together the text which related to this cute animal. Oke, kita sama-sama baca teksnya sambil kita sama-sama belajar pengucapan ya. Cats. Cats, or as we usually call it as the domestic cat, are for Lake carnivorous mammal. Their Latin name is Felis catus. Most cats are furry. Only some of them, such as pink cats, born with less fur on their body. Some cats have long tail and some others have a short tail. They also have a flexible body and a sharp claws which can be retracted. Usually, cats can grow up to 4 to 5 kilograms in weight and 23 to 25 centimeters in length. But sometimes they can be smaller or grow even bigger. Their eyes allow them to see in the dark, and their ears allow them to hear sound with high frequency that humans could not hear. They are good solitary hunters who have a really good sense of smell. There are various colors of cats in the world, such as white, brown, gray, black, stripes, and even multicolors. They are a social species and they can make various sounds such as mewing, purring, hissing, and growling. Oke, bagaimana? Kalian sudah paham teksnya? Oke, agar kalian memahami teks tersebut, Miss akan bacakan terjemahannya. Kucing atau biasa kita sebut dengan domestic cat adalah mamalia pemakan daging yang berkaki 4. Nama latin mereka adalah Felis catus atau Felis silvestris catus. Okay, what do you think about this text? Bagaimana pendapat tentang teks tersebut? Tadi sudah Miss bacakan terjemahannya di salah satu paragraf. Okay, the text is the one of example of report text. Jadi itu adalah salah satu contoh dari text report. What is report text? Apakah kalian pernah mendengar text report? Okay, before that, look at the learning objective of this material. Jadi, sebelumnya kita lihat dulu ya, tujuan pembelajaran kita hari ini adalah you are able to identify the social function, the generic structure, and the language feature of procedure text in spoken and written well. Jadi, tujuan pembelajaran kalian hari ini adalah kalian mampu mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan sebuah teks report lisan dan tulis dengan baik. Jadi itu ya tujuan pembelajarannya. Oke, besides that, selain itu, we are going to learn about, kita juga nanti akan belajar yang pertama, the description of report text, pengertian dari teks report. Kemudian, yang kedua adalah the social function or purpose of report text. Itu adalah fungsi sosial atau tujuan komunikatif dari teks report itu sendiri. Ketiga, the generic structure of report text. Struktur teks atau bagian-bagian dari teks report. Terakhir, kita akan belajar the language feature of report text atau ciri kebahasaan dari teks report. Oke, students, kita bahas satu persatu ya. Apa kamu siap? Oke, look at the first one. Kita lihat yang pertama, the description of report text, pengertian dari teks report. Report text is a text which describing about the way things are. The way things are, ya, diingat. Jadi, sebuah teks yang menggambarkan atau mendeskripsikan sesuatu apa adanya. Jadi apa adanya, tidak direkayasa, tidak diada-ada teks tersebut. Oke, let's take a look. Kita lihat, jika kalian pernah belajar teks deskriptif atau deskriptif teks, maka ada perbedaan antara report text dengan descriptive text. Kita lihat perbedaannya. Look at the difference. Report text to describe something in general. Jadi kalau report text menggambarkan sesuatu secara umum, ilmiah, dan apa adanya, tidak ada opini subjektif dari penulis. Itulah report text, ya. Jadi yang digambarkan itu apa adanya dan tidak ada opini. Oke, look at the descriptive text. Kita lihat teks deskriptif. Descriptive text describe something in specific. spesifik ya. Beda dengan tadi report text general. Kalau deskriptif itu spesifik. Jadi menggambarkan sesuatu secara spesifik atau khusus. Dan ada opini subjektif dari penulis. Misalnya, jika kita membicarakan seekor kucing, maka akan disebutkan nama kucing tersebut. Di dalam deskriptif teks, warnanya, bulunya, dan tingkah laku kebiasaan kucing tersebut di rumah. Misalnya di rumah kalian. Ya, tetapi kalau report, penggambarannya adalah secara umum, bukan kucing milik seseorang. Itulah perbedaannya. Harap diingat ya, mudah-mudahan kalian paham. Oke, next. Berikut ini adalah contoh-contoh dari report text. Jadi ada juga contoh-contoh lain dari text report. Yang pertama, natural phenomena atau fenomena alam. Misalnya, gempa bumi, tsunami. Kemudian, yang kedua, animals, seperti teks yang tadi kita baca bersama-sama. Ketiga, plant, tumbuhan. Yang keempat, man-made things, atau benda buatan manusia. Contohnya kursi, meja, lemari. Nah, itu bisa digambarkan sebagai text report. Oke, next. Kita sekarang bahas social function atau purpose of report text atau fungsi sosial atau tujuan komunikatif dari text report. Kita lihat ya. Tujuannya to describe the way things are, such as man-made things, animal, and plants. Atau menyampaikan sesuatu apa adanya sebagai hasil pengamatan sistematis atau analisis. Yang dideskripsikan bisa meliputi gejala alam, binatang, benda buatan manusia, atau tumbuhan yang seperti tadi sudah Miss jelaskan kepada kalian. Oke, next, let's see the generic structure of report text. Bagaimana dengan struktur teksnya? Oke, there are two generic structure. Ada dua struktur teksnya. Yang pertama dinamakan general classification. Biasanya ada di paragraf 1. Apa itu general classification? Di situ diperkenalkan topik dari teks tersebut atau menceritakan hal yang sedang dibahas. Ya. Contohnya tadi tentang cat, ya. Oke. The next, yang kedua adalah description. Description akan menceritakan detail dari objek yang dilaporkan. Biasanya terdiri dari habitat atau tempat tinggal dari benda tersebut, kemudian anatomi, menerangkan bagian-bagian tubuhnya, behavior, menerangkan tingkah lakunya, terakhir reproduction atau cara berkembang biak. Itu di antaranya. Biasanya ada di dalam paragraf kedua dan seterusnya. Oke, untuk lebih jelasnya, look at the text again. Untuk lebih jelasnya kita lihat lagi teks ya. Kita bahas generic structure-nya dari teks yang sudah kita baca bersama-sama tadi. Oke, kita lihat paragraf pertama. Cats, or as we usually call it as the domestic cat, are four carnivorous mammals. Their Latin name is Felis catus. Nah, di paragraf pertama kita bisa lihat cat, tulisan cat, ya. Itu berarti topik yang sedang dibahas dan biasanya ada nama latinnya. Di situ disebutkan nama latinnya adalah Felis catus. Nah, ini yang dinamakan general classification. Oke, and then look at the second paragraph. Kita lihat paragraf kedua ya. Oke. Nah, yang Miss beri warna merah di paragraf kedua itu adalah bagian dari anatomi kucing tersebut. Jadi bagian-bagian dari tubuh kucing tersebut. Ya, bisa kalian lihat di kalimat-kalimat yang sudah Miss beri warna merah. Oke, look at the next one. Lihat yang berikutnya. Kalian bisa lihat kalimat-kalimat yang sudah Miss beri warna biru. Yang diberi warna biru itu adalah behavior-nya. Jadi tingkah laku dari kucing tersebut. Kalian bisa lihat di situ. Ya. Oke. Next. Jika kalian ingin paham terjemahannya, maka akan Miss bacakan. Tadi di yang warna merah, sebagian besar kucing itu berbulu. Hanya beberapa di antara mereka, seperti kucing Sphinx yang terlahir dengan sedikit bulu di tubuhnya. Sebagian kucing memiliki ekor yang panjang dan sebagian lainnya memiliki ekor yang pendek. Hewan ini juga memiliki tubuh yang lentur dan cakar tajam yang bisa dikeluar masukkan. Pada umumnya, kucing bisa tumbuh hingga mencapai berat 4-5 kg dan panjang 23-25 cm. Namun, terkadang kucing juga bisa berukuran lebih kecil atau tumbuh lebih besar lagi. Nah, itu menunjukkan bahwa itu adalah bagian dari anatomi atau tubuh dari kucing tersebut. Berikutnya, kita lihat yang warna biru ya terjemahannya. Mata mereka memungkinkan mereka untuk melihat di dalam kegelapan. Dan telinga mereka memungkinkan mereka untuk mendengar suara dengan frekuensi tinggi yang tidak bisa didengar oleh manusia. Mereka adalah pemburu tunggal yang baik memiliki penciuman yang tajam. Terdapat juga berbagai warna kucing di dunia, seperti misalnya putih, coklat, abu-abu, hitam, belang, dan bahkan multiwarna. Mereka adalah spesies yang sosial dan mereka mampu membuat berbagai suara dari mulai mengeong, mendengkur, berdesis, dan menggeram. Nah, itu adalah penjelasan dari paragraf kedua, yaitu tentang anatomi tubuh kucing tersebut dan tentang tingkah laku dari kucing. Itu ya, mudah-mudahan kalian paham dari penjelasan yang Miss barusan sudah sampaikan. Oke, and then terakhir kita bahas the language feature of report text. Kita bahas ciri kebahasaan atau unsur kebahasaan dari teks report tersebut. Pertama, penggunaan general noun atau kata benda umum. Misalnya rabbits, cats, dan lain-lain. Kedua, penggunaan simple present tense. Sebagaimana kita ketahui bahwa simple present tense itu menerangkan fakta umum. Ciri-cirinya biasanya ada verb one, ada keterangan waktu usually. Kita sudah sama-sama lihat tadi di teks ada tulisan we usually call it bla 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 bla. Nah, itu menandakan bahwa dalam report text kita juga menggunakan simple present tense. Oke, next. Kata-kata kerja relasi atau relating verbs atau linking verbs. Contohnya penggunaan is, are, has, have, belongs to. Misalnya, di dalam teks, some cats have long tail. Nah, kata have itu adalah termasuk ke dalam relating verbs. Contoh berikutnya, there are a good solitary hunters. Nah, to be are juga bagian dari relating verbs. Oke, next. Ada istilah teknis atau alamiah. Misalnya carnivores, mammal. Nah, kata-kata carnivores termasuk ke dalam istilah alamiah ya, istilah teknis. Terakhir, report text menggunakan action verbs atau kata kerja tindakan. Contohnya, they can make various sound. Nah, kata make itu menjelaskan bahwa itu termasuk action verb. Oke, students. That's about report text. Itu tentang report text yang sudah menjelaskan. Do you understand? Apakah kamu sudah mengerti? Okay. And now try to find a report text about anything you like from encyclopedia books or from internet. Nah, sekarang untuk pemahaman kamu di rumah, temukan teks report tentang apapun yang kamu suka, baik dari buku ensiklopedia ataupun dari internet. Oke, my lovely student, mudah-mudahan materi yang Miss sampaikan hari ini bermanfaat untuk kalian. And I have the wise word. Miss punya kata-kata bijak. Don't stop learning because life doesn't stop teaching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.